go. Aha, we got it. Okay. That was annoying, guys. One sec. I had everything set up ahead of time. Second modem on to make sure that nothing screwed us. Even had our music playing in the background and couldn't get in. Now I'm in. So just give me a sec. Just going to catch up on the comments here, guys. That was annoying. I apologize to all you guys. I was in here. It was spinning for 3 minutes. I had to go out, come back in again. Okay. Yeah, I'm in the chat. Good evening, Max. Hello, Hemi Nate. Hello, Avery. Hello, Craig. Hello, Molly. Hello, Terrence. Hello, Ted. Wow, Indy 500. Craig Jones, hello. Gwen, hello. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. That sucked. That was annoying because I had everything set up ahead of time, everything placed out ahead of time, and then for the first time ever, it just sat there spinning, didn't hook up. But because it didn't hook up, it didn't stream me, so I was actually able to back out, just start it over again, thankfully. How's everyone doing? Anybody get anything new this week or anything exciting this week? You guys see my last purchase is sitting right here, front and center. Got a couple of the nice GMCs sitting front and center, actually. One of the Best Buy green light right here. I've got a couple cars to show you. This one we're not opening, but it just, I did a video earlier, just unboxing an OG, but it was an assembled one. This is something I want. Well, I would take a body shop as well if it's in a box this nice, but it's, you guys know I have the Silver Screen Machines General Lee, which I consider the best for one of 18. But I would still love in my collection to have a 1 of 18 General Lee in the flag box. Box has to be good like this, you know. I want the assembled one. Good enough to put into the acrylic. I would take one of these, though. This is a body shop. They made these in most of the movie cars, guys. And if you can get them for a cheap price, if it's a car that you do not have, it could actually be a placeholder or fill-in until you get a better one if you so desire a better one. Like if you guys remember way back before a lot of you watched me probably, my first Bullet car was one of these. My Bullet Mustang was actually a body shop Mustang. And we actually compared it side by side with Glenn's assembled one by Ertl. And they were identical. This is one of the only ones here, guys, that I do not suggest de-strapping. I mean, you could take the strap off of the hood on this, but I wouldn't want it flopping around in the box. And it's all tied down and everything. This is one of the ones I would just leave like this and put it into an acrylic. But it's just a time capsule because it's the flag box. I don't know, the box just pops. Very colorful. It looks better than a lot of the Johnny Lightning General Lee ones or the Joyride ones. Just going to get caught up on the comments here, guys. Make sure I'm not missing any of you. Luigi, how you doing? And thank you, buddy. I'm pumped about that. I'm still pumped about the 18 van. That's why it's sitting front and center. Oh, you ordered the semi-truck. And it came in the mail today. That is awesome. And that is really awesome because, yeah, that didn't take too long, actually, I don't think. A 1/18 scale green light Indy 500 Ed Carpenter race car. I'm going to have to look that up, Ted. Okay, all caught up. I did bring down an interesting car to show you guys. Dave H gave me an idea this week that if I could get it done or find somebody to do it, I would love to do it. So you guys know that there's people out there that will wire up cars, like 1 of 18 scale cars. Like somebody took, for example, a Maisto Trans Am, the Bandit looking one, and wired it up so that the headlights and taillights and everything work, and it looks amazing. So Glenn has a couple upstairs. I brought one down since we were talking about Starsky and Hutch in the videos earlier. This is an Artisan, okay? Now, the one thing that this Artisan beats the Ertl with, because nothing opens on it, the hood doesn't open, nothing opens. The paint is still nice on it. It does have an antenna, guys. It's just not assembled. You could see it in the back window. So nothing opens on it, but one mistake that they did not make, that Ertl made, that drives me nuts, is the Ford across the front here. They placed it right. If you look on every Ertl, Gran Torino 76, even my Chrome, even the non-Starsky ones, they put Ford way too high across there. This one is special, though, like I was saying, because this one, if you notice, has a special feature. It's got working lights, headlights, taillights, everything. Headlights are even blinking like the strobes. I love the way the roof light blinks. And you could do like Glenn's Bullet car, the interior, like the gauges light up on Glenn's Bullet car, which I think is pretty awesome. Dave, when we were talking about all these, gave me a wicked idea, but I don't know what it would cost, and I personally wouldn't want to try it myself. But how cool would it be to have all the lights lighting up on this guy? The spotlights on the roof, the headlights, all that. How cool would that look? But I would not want to try to do that on my own because I would be too scared to mess that up. Because that is not a cheap van. My green light one was supposed to go to a home, I thought today, but the person didn't message me to pick it up. This guy here, she's mint. Just doesn't have a box. It's actually pretty heavy for what it is, actually. Here the sirens. We got some action in Stony Creek here. Just getting caught up on the comments. And yeah, it's a Q&A session tonight, guys. So fire questions at me if you want anything about the diecast or anything like that. And I do have a question. Hey, Retro, what do you think about the BJ and the Bear Semi? I'm thinking of getting it. Oh, man. So I want the Smokey and the Bandit one badly. One of my friends he has the trailer for it as well. One of my friends made ramps that go up into the back of the trailer. And guess what fits right into the back of the trailer for the Smokey and the Bandit? It fits. The Ertl Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am fits right inside the trailer. There's pictures of it on my Facebook with ramps going up into it. The first one I want is Smokey and the Bandit because that's the one that I know the most. That's going to have to be like an income tax thing or something. Smokey and the Bandit. BJ and the Bear, I heard some people complaining, saying that it wasn't as accurate. I cannot remember what the exact truck looks like, but something on the front of it, people were complaining about the 118. Personally, it's the only one made. I'd take it. Like, I still think it's awesome. But yeah, the first one that I'm going to get is the Smokey and the Bandit one, if I'm lucky enough to get it. But I think I will end up getting the Smokey and the Bandit one. And the Smokey and the Bandit one, what I would love to do is build like a diorama, like take a fish aquarium or something and put it, because it's huge, right? Put it inside the fish aquarium with the Bandit car. And yeah, I think they're awesome personally. And who makes them? Is it Road Kings? The company that makes them? I've only seen pictures of them, and I think that they look amazing. A couple of my friends do have that Smokey and the Bandit truck though, and I went crazy when I seen that the Bandit car actually fits up in the back of it. Yeah, if anything, attempt on the green light first. No kidding, Nate. Wow. Oh, Sean's in the house. How you doing, Sean? Fire trucks passing. Oh yeah, I could hear that down here, lighting up the 18. Oh yeah, can you imagine all the lights on the front of it? Oh, Max, do you have the truck? The Smokey and the Bandit truck? I did not remember if you had that or not. If you do, that's wild. That's definitely something that's on my list. Um, believe it or not, it's kind of more of a base model, but it still fetches pretty good money. It's going up in value. If you have one of these in a good box, hold on to it because they're actually this is one of the ones on my short list of the Erdls that are going steadily up. It's got the antenna on the roof. I think it looks awesome, but it's not like a something like Auto World Silver Screen Machines would do, obviously. But I think it's nice. I got mine for I think it was 125 in the box. It's an older video when I went and picked this guy up. It was covered in dust. You guys should have seen the box that this guy came in. It was covered in dust. But yeah, believe it or not, this is one of the ones. Well, not believe it or not, it's Smokey and the Bandit, but this is one of the ones on the list of the older Erdl movie cars that if you have it in a good box, like a really pristine, nice box, you should try to put the whole thing into an acrylic case and save it. Trunk doesn't open on the older ones, of course. You know, a lot of people say that the new Maisto one is better because it's Maisto, but it's not actually a branded Smokey and the Bandit like this guy. And the Maisto, what was I going to say about it? It's not the branded Smokey and the Bandit. It doesn't come with the CB antenna, but the Maisto is one of the few Maistos, believe it or not, that I think is actually going to appreciate in value, like legitimately because of what it is. Like it's not going to be hundreds of dollars or anything like that. But in a few years, that's definitely going to fetch more than what it got. Like a lot of them do anyway, but it's all that artificial inflation, right? But there's a couple Maistos that I think are going to appreciate, and that is definitely one of them. Yeah, that one, and they made a couple. They made trucks too, a couple trucks that are really nice, but they're not full 1/18 scale. That's the problem with those guys. Just getting caught up on comments. Please, if it freezes, let me know, Nate. I got my phone right here on me. That way I'm not sitting here babbling and you guys are like, where did he go? Okay, getting into the comments. Hey, Retro. Okay, Oh, you do have it, Max, from Rogue Kings. I don't know why I didn't know you didn't have the truck. Um, why don't I know that? That's wild. But yeah, that's definitely something on my list. And Max, later on, well, I'm gonna ask you how long ago you got it and where you ordered it from and stuff, because one day I do want to get one, and there are places that are still selling them. So I had the opportunity to get one, a loose Erdl Bandit for I think $80. Oh yeah, missing mirrors and antenna. Something like that. I would have passed on that missing the parts, buddy, because it's you know yourself you can't get the parts for it. And yeah, you could probably find a mint loose one day for 80 to $100. For example, the Knight Rider cars, first Glenn found one for $100 mint, and it was first release. It was either 80 or $100 mint for a loose kit. Everything was there, just didn't have the box, and it worked. And then G ended up getting one locally for $50, and it worked, and it was mint. Everything was mint on the car. That was actually in a video that we got. We showed it a while back, if you guys remember. But sometimes you can get the mint without the box for a really good price. But yeah, $80 if it was missing stuff. Generally, I will skip anything if it's got broken parts or anything, unless it's super cheap and I want to build a custom out of it or something like that, because it just kills any of the value. For example, the Fast and Furious line, there's a few of those I want. You guys know that. And I would buy them loose. Like I would buy a black Honda loose if it was mint. But every time I see those Fast and Furious cars, and this is why I bring them up, I'll get excited about it. A guy will have a lot of them on Marketplace or whatever, all loose racing champions, 118s. I'll get excited. The guy will have 6 of them. He'll have the black Civic. He'll have all harder to get ones, right? And then not a mirror between all of them. You know what I mean? Like you start looking and all of them have no mirrors, or they're beat to crap, or one of them needs a bumper. Like it's crazy. So when you're buying loose, you just got to make sure that it's loose mint. And also, I'm going to talk about something that I saw happen today that I didn't really appreciate, guys. So you guys know that I try to help people save money, and it's about being honest with people. It's you treat people how you want to be treated, right? There was a guy that I figured he was a newer collector, and he went into my favorite group. Now, this is not a bad reflection on the group at all, guys. Okay, they can't police every single person. You know what I mean? But somebody posted in there, and it was obviously somebody that didn't know. Like he must have been a new collector because he was asking. You know what I mean? Glenn tagged me because I think he's seen what was happening. But the guy posted, and it was mint. The box was mint. Like if I were to buy one of these, I would want this guy's car. He had a chrome Starsky and Hutch 1 of 18 scale. Okay. In the box was mint. It looked like it was still strapped even. And he made a post, and he said, I can't remember exactly how it went, but he was asking about its value. He said, like, what's this worth? Like, if I wanted to sell it, decide to sell it, what can I sell this thing for? And Glenn tags me in, and I see somebody else has responded to him. I said, oh, somebody already answered him. So then I look, and the guy says to him, oh, well, I got one of these for 150, or he didn't say one of these. He said, I got the gold Barris edition for $150. The gold Barris, you guys know the most rare General Lee I show you guys. There's only 100 made. It's that gold Barris one. A lot of people don't like the Barris association with the General Lee. Neither do I, because personally I think it's bullshit. But whatever, it's the rarest General Lee because there's only 100 1 of 18s of it, right? The gold one. So this is part of that line, okay? They also made a Barris Gold Munster coach. Like they made several of these gold cars, and there's only 100 each. So the guy says, I got one of these gold Barris Starsky and Hutch cars for $150. If you guys go on eBay right now, I'm guessing they're $900 or $1,000 for one. Okay, like it's out of my league where I can safely say I'll probably never own one. Right? This guy's saying he found one for 150. For one of those for 150, guys, if I see one of those on Marketplace and it's within my reach, I'm selling shit to get it immediately. That's how big of a deal that is. Okay. So anyway, he says that to the guy. I got one of these for 150. How about if I give you 200 right now for that Chrome Chase, for that Starsky? And I'm thinking, oh my goodness. Because there was one listed in Niagara Falls. I think it was 350, and then the guy dropped the price to 340 and it sold or something. I thought it was a great price for 350. Because the movie car Chrome Chases is where the money's at, guys. You know what I mean? Or if it's a desirable casting. So he's offering this guy $200 for this. I'm like, oh my goodness. And it was somebody, not that I've dealt with before, but it was a name that I see on there that knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like if you guys see me offering somebody a ridiculously, you guys know that I know what I'm doing. My name is kind of familiar in there, right? It was the same thing. So I didn't say anything rude or anything, but I jumped in and I said, wow. I said, if you got one of those Barris Starsky and Hutch cars for 150 bucks, one of the gold ones, start the car and run. I said, because that is like that would probably beat any of my deals, right? And he's using it as a measuring stick to price this other one. You know what I mean? And it's like it doesn't work like that. Like somebody sold if you got that for $150, somebody didn't know what the heck they were selling you. And that doesn't count. Like it's like me saying because I got my Godfather car, my El Padrino for 25 bucks in the box, that they're all worth that. You know what I mean? It's like, no, that was just a crazy deal. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I was just hoping I hope the guy doesn't sell it for $200 to the guy, because if he does, that is way too low. I told him, in my opinion, I would list it at 350 and go from there. I mean, and that's being fair, I think, because a Chrome General Lee, they're still fetching between 5 and 850 depending where you get it. 850 being eBay, 500 being Marketplace, other places. So, and you never see that usually in that group. I just thought that was a little bit dirty, that's all, because it was somebody that knew darn well. And this was a new collector that's in there looking for help, you know what I'm saying? And this guy was just pouncing like a friggin' hyena on the guy. Okay, just getting caught up on comments, guys. Sorry about that story. I hope I didn't bore you. I got my Smokey and the Bandit back in the day at Walmart for that is crazy. I love hearing stories like that, Luigi. Giuliano tells me stories like that sometimes about stuff that I'll be going bananas about, and he'll be like, oh, that was back in the store. That was a peg warmer. People were leaving them in the store back then, he'll tell me. And then all of a sudden, years later, it'll be worth crazy. Now, the Bandit back then isn't worth what it is now, but I imagine it was popular back then still. Just wondering if you ever think of getting David and Ken for your Torino. Yes. Yes, I am definitely thinking about that. In fact, I almost did it at one point. I found if you go on Etsy, ETSY, there are a ton of people that make figurines to go with these cars. Some of them are painted. You can get them way cheaper unpainted if you have the talent to paint them yourself. You can get them for peanuts. Getting them, they're a little bit more money, but there was one guy that had everybody. He had the entire Fast and Furious gang. He had the Sopranos. This one guy had like the whole Sopranos cast in one of 18. He had you know what one I want to get? The 2-lane blacktop. You can get the mechanic and the guy driving the car and the girl and the guy from the other car, the double lane GTO, whatever. You can get those as well. But yeah, I definitely want Starsky and Hutch figures in one of 18. And the cool thing about when you buy them like that is a lot of times they're excellent quality, because these guys that are making them are getting the actual figurines and casting them off the actual figurines. Like there's a lot of Back to the Future figurines that are out there that are actually Sunstar figurines that people casted them off the Sunstar ones. But yeah, any movie cars that I have, basically, I want to get figures for. And yeah, the Starsky and Hutch, I definitely want to get. I even want to get A-Team figures for the A-Team van. I would settle for the little Galoob, the 3 3/4 inch toy grade ones that move around and stuff, because they're the perfect size. But resin looks a little bit more accurate and more detailed, so I might shell out for the resin ones for the A-Team van. I'm going to have to see. I definitely want a Bandit still, a Burt Reynolds to go with this. Gotta have it. Colt Seavers even. Believe it or not, Tonka made a Colt Seavers. I believe it was Tonka. 3 3/4 inch Colt Seavers figure that I would like to get for that. Just gonna get caught up on comments here, guys. But yeah, I love the figurines, and I want to get them for all of my cars. And I suggest if you guys collect figurines, and if there's a car out on the retail level that has figurines with it, grab it at the retail price, because all the cars with figurines seem to go up in value. People just like the figurines, and they are not cheap on the secondary market, these figurines. Somebody was selling a Blues Boy car, the same one that I have up in my cabinet over here. The Auto World Silver Screen machine with the two figurines for $120 on Marketplace. Dave was showing me the other night. I said to Dave, I said, if you're thinking about it, grab it. I said, that's a good price. I think that's even cheaper than I paid for mine. It's retail or close anyway for $120, and everything was sealed in the box and everything. I said, yeah, go for it. If you like it, get it. I don't think he did though, but anything with figurines, like I said, if you can get them on the retail level, it's always good to get them on the retail level. Get in on the bottom floor. Yeah, GT, I love that Magnum PI. Norev makes it as well, Max, but you know what? I'll be honest. Norev has the Targa roof, whatever it's called, that comes off. But the GT Spirit has the plate on the bottom that says number this out of 1500, whatever it is. I think I like the GT Spirit one a little bit better because of that number plate. And yeah, Hot Wheels makes a Magnum PI as well, part of that Ferrari Star collection that I was telling you guys about. They made a Ferris Bueller car that somebody just got recently that I'm not going to give away who it is because I'm going to let them talk about it. They made the Miami Vice car as part of that. And these are all Hot Wheels Elite level guys. And all the cars, I think they made under 5,000 or 3,000. It's a very low produced set. Well, not low. They're in the thousands, but still, it's way lower than a lot of them are produced. They made the one from Bad Boys as well. The movie Bad Boys, they made that Ferrari. Trying to think of the whole collection. I have a picture of the whole collection of them, but can't show it here because I'm live. But those are all good quality ones, the Hot Wheel ones, because they are elite quality, but you are going to pay through the nose for them. Movie branded Ferraris like that, Hot Wheels Elite. Oof. What is the brown truck from? The Fall Guy. So this is by Greenlight Collectibles, and this is one of the best done by Greenlight Collectibles, and it's the only 1 of 18 scale Fall Guy truck. It's got the opening tailgate. Yeah, this and Bigfoot, Greenlight, it's like Greenlight said, we're the only guys that have the license to this. Let's knock it out of the park. But yeah, that is the Fall Guy truck. Believe it or not, when I first got this long ago, somebody thought that that wasn't on the hood in the show. They were telling me, oh, I wish the truck is awesome. The only thing is they ruined it by putting that Fall Guy on the hood. I said, no, the Fall Guy is supposed to be on the hood. If it wasn't on the hood, it wouldn't be show accurate. We need it on the hood. But that is one of the best Greenlights ever done, in my opinion. The Boston Ranger, good evening. And you will get a Fall Guy truck, Avery. And you know what? What is the most rare 1 of 18 scale? You know what, Ted? That is a very good question. I know what some of the rarest are, but that is a good question. And that is something that I am going to research the heck out of for next Saturday. And I'm going to have an answer for this for next Saturday. That's a very good question. Like, not one of the rarest. What's the rarest 1 of 18? I'm going to definitely research that and try my best to bring an answer back. Dale, I've been looking at the Magnum PI cars, and the original was a 308, but the later... Yeah, I seen that too. I noticed that too. they did a model kit. Somebody that it might have been monogram, but the car looked different, and there was people saying that it was the season 1 Ferrari. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Dale. Yeah, that's crazy about that. A lot of people don't know that. And it's funny that the Boston Rangers here, guys, by the way, because I was going to announce we're going to be at 2,000 subscribers before too long, and I'm going to do another giveaway at 2,000 subscribers. I don't know what yet, but we're going to do it up because that's a milestone. And we are doing good, the Boston Ranger. Yeah, I wish they made that little hidden compartment on the side of the truck. You're talking about, Glenn. Oh, the Godfather El Padrino that I got for $25. Yeah, that's a harder to get one. And now that I know you're really looking for one, I will help you look for that, Max. Yeah, I didn't realize that you were actively looking for one. I'm going to start actively looking for one with you. What Glenn is referring to, by the way, you guys will get a kick out of this because Ertl back in the 80s did something that Greenlight forgot to do on this guy. So Ertl way back made a toy grade Fall Guy truck, okay? Way back in the 80s. Toy grade meant we play with it. It wasn't something that got displayed. Kind of like the little Ertl Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am, the 1/25 scale up on the main floor we have, and the General Lee. That's the toy grade ones from the 80s. Ertl got something right, though, for screen accuracy that Greenlight didn't get. So if you guys remember on the show, I can't remember what side of the truck it was on. It was either the driver or the passenger side. I believe it was the driver's side, but it might have even been on both. You would see a line down the truck right here. They didn't try to hide it, and it looked like a panel. And what that was is it swung open on the side of the truck, and it was like a hidden compartment / toolbox, okay? So they did not put the line on the side of this truck. Like, I didn't expect them to put something that opened on the side of the truck, like make a special thing for it or anything. But they didn't even put the line to acknowledge it. But on the Ertl toy grade, if you look on that toy grade one from back in the 80s, they actually have the line on the side of the truck showing where that as Glenn called it, the toolbox, because he kept tools in it, but he also kept other stuff, like it was like a hidden toolbox, right? But Ertl got that right, where Greenlight kind of forgot about it all these years later. But something like that would be easy to kind of overlook, you know what I mean? It wasn't in every episode. You'd have to kind of be a connoisseur to even remember that sort of thing on there. But Ertl back in the day, one of the reasons I love Ertl is like even that 1/25 scale Smokey and the Bandit car that's upstairs, the trunk opens on it. Whereas a lot of the modern stuff, the collector stuff, you know, the connoisseur stuff with all the details, this Smokey and the Bandit worth a lot more money. The trunk doesn't open, but the toy grade one, the trunk opens. Actually, give me 1 sec, guys. I'm going to run upstairs and get one of them. No fighting. I'll be right back, guys. Nobody fighting. So these are a couple originals from the 80s, guys. I don't have the Fall Guy truck. It was on my list. I actually wanted to get the Fall Guy truck in the box if I still could, but I could have got it loose. I almost had one day. There was a guy, he was on Marketplace. He told me he would ship it to me if nobody else. He said, if this falls through, there's a guy that wants it. If it falls through, I'll ship it. And then I watched the ad, and it was up there for weeks and weeks, still not sold. And I messaged the dude. I said, oh, can you ship it to me? And he just read it and ghosted me. I was like, So this is from the 80s. This is an original Daisy Jeep Ertl. This used to be mine in my toy room. Look how good our lighting looks now, eh, guys, from before. But the hood opens up, stuff like that. And this is 1 of 25 scale. So this is the Ertl Bandit, okay? Now, right away you notice it's not Bandit 1 because of the headlights, right? But it's got the Bandit on the door. It's got all the original stickers. This used to be mine as well. I paid $10 for this, guys. It's in Glenn's collection now. But yeah, back in the day, so for a toy grade car back in the day, you got opening doors like this, right? The hood opened up to reveal an engine. And this is what impresses me here. The opening trunk. Look at that. The little $10 toy has something that the modern one doesn't have, eh? But yeah, that's why I love Ertl. They were kind of ahead of their time way back in the day. Still love them. Got a little bit of a traffic jam up here. There we go. Okay, guys, just going to get caught up on the comments. Eddie Sawyers, how are you doing, my friend? We're a friendly group. Come hang out with us. Is there a BJ in the Bear Thunder Roller? Yes, there is. We were just talking about it. It's a company called Road Kings. They make the Thunder Roller in 1 of 18 scale. And they make the Bandit truck in 1 of 18 scale. And you can even get the trailers for both. And you know what else they're doing in 1 of 18 scale? The truck from Convoy, guys. I don't know if it's Road Kings, but I know that they did it. I believe it's Road Kings, though. And you can get the rubber ducky figure with it. The guy that drove the truck, the Mack truck. I saw that recently. Hey, Luigi, yeah, definitely not going to be disappointed. Oh, you're 164 Ertl Fall Guy. You know what? I keep forgetting I have one right above us here. And this one, Glenn got me a heck of a deal on it. So mine has a metal toolbox in the back. It doesn't have the hidden door on the driver's side of it, but it might be on the other side of it. I've got it in a Protecto pack. Hard to get protectors for these old Ertl cars, guys. Anybody wondering what brand this is? It's actually Protecto pack that fits this, but very hard to get protectors for these old. This is an original Ertl from 1982. I started trying to collect these again because if you guys remember, I had a nice little collection of these, but one that I did not have was this Fall Guy truck. So it was awesome that Glenn found me that. Got it for me for $40 and it's mint, actually. Retro, if you're picking up cars from the Fast and Furious. Oh, the Volkswagen Jetta. I want that, but do they make it in 1 of 18? I don't think they did that in 1 of 18, did they? If they do, I'm all over it. I definitely want the green Eclipse in 1 of 18. You guys know what would be a crazy price? The older Fast and Furious cars, so they make the black Honda and stuff like that, racing champions. They also did them with, it's called Street Glow, I think. It says Street Glow on the box. But they make them with underglow. Like you can actually, like if you buy the Skyline by Greenlight Artists and Brian Skyline, it's got like the underglow on it. The old Ertls, some of them have the underglow as well. And then they have some that have drift option or drift mode. Those are really rare. Me and Stretch seen a couple on Marketplace, but they were crazy money. And I said, well, yeah, but I've never seen that drift one before. Like that one was nuts. Rare, but you can find them for a good price at Racing Champions. Oh, it exists in 118. Okay, I'm going to try to find it. I'm going to research that. And yes, anybody wondering about these big trucks that we're talking about, Nice Car Diecast in Quebec has them. And that's a place that I order from. Although, like I said, guys, anything to do with pre-orders, kind of, I would cool it right at the second just because of all the tariff stuff going on. But if you can get something shipped without any screwing around with tariffs or them holding your money hostage, I'm not talking about Nice Car, I'm talking anybody. Just be careful when you're ordering right now. But Nice Car Diecast has the some of these trucks that Glenn's talking about. And I know that they do because that's how I found out about the convoy truck, because on my Facebook it kept popping up. Look what's that Nice Car collection, whatever. Neil, if you could own any real life size movie car, what would it be? Ooh, a real life size movie car. I think you guys know what it would be. It's close, but it would be either the General Lee or I think Kit, Knight Rider. I'm thinking. Like, I know that there's more valuable cars like the Miami Vice Testarossa and all that if I could get a one of one, like a real one of that, but I'm just so obsessed with the General Lee. Actually, you know what? I changed that. Either my top three, my top pick is General Lee. Second one would be a real one of these. And my third pick, I would have to say, would be Knight Rider. I would have to say. Yeah. All three of them happen to be cars. If the third one wasn't Knight Rider, I might go with this or the 18 van, or that's hard picking those out because I love Bullet. I even love the Starsky and Hutch car because it's a cop car. I still love it. Um, those questions pick my brain and I enjoy them actually. Getting caught up here with you guys. And OXL made the truck from Dual. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Glenn. It's got the weird name. We just did. It's that brand that we did with Dave's. Remember the 1 of 18 scale Roxy and Rexy? That brand is what you're talking about. And the way you just spelt it is scrambling my brain, and I cannot remember the name of it now. Louise, how you doing, buddy? We're all here. Come hang out with us. Oh yeah, one of the, I used to collect all 164s, buddy. That's all I used to collect. And it was actually Dave H that got me into the 1 of 18 scale cars. I collected 164 and I had a huge collection of green light, you know, the 124 scales. I had a ton of those. I had the regular 18 van in 124, then I had the greenie. I had the Smoky and the Bandit, then the greenie. I had them all like regular greenie, regular greenie. A lot of them, Glenn has them because he bought a lot of it off me. But then once Dave sold me, it was my first real 1 of 18 car, which was the yellow. It was a really high end yellow Superbird. I think it was Supercar Collectibles, one of those ones. And when I seen it, I think it had removable floor mats. It had all this crazy stuff. I was like, wow, I've got to get into these bigger ones. And what I liked about the bigger ones, I said, if I'm going to get into these bigger ones, I'm going to open them and enjoy the detail of them. Believe it or not, guys, I was a collector that if you've been around from the very beginning, I never used to open anything. I remember doing, I think, one of my first unboxing videos. I didn't even unbox the damn car. Like, I'm trying to remember what car it was, but it was, oh, check this out, guys. It's a review. And I like hold the box up, and I didn't even take the car out of the box. It was a 1 of 24 scale car. I'm trying to remember what it was, but yeah, I never used to open anything. But for 1 of 18 scale stuff to truly appreciate it, I don't know. I got to open it up. Like you just can't see it up close. But opening it up and displaying it, you got to protect it. Like when this video ends, this stuff, I don't just leave it on the table collecting dust. It all goes back into cabinets, cases, acrylic cases. You know what I mean? Like this is Glenn Starsky and Hutchcar, for example. That's going right back into an acrylic upstairs. The Fall Guy in the A-Team going back. The Bandit same. So we don't leave them out collecting dust. That's the key thing. You don't want to kill the value displaying stuff. You got to keep your boxes mint, keep all of your inserts for your boxes. Even put your boxes if you have enough acrylics. Glenn's got empty boxes in acrylics, just keeping the boxes safe because the boxes are value. But you just got to protect your investment. That's all. Make sure that they're in an acrylic case or make sure that they're in a cabinet. People that say you'll kill all the value by opening it, you don't. You just have to take care of this stuff. That's all. And you guys have seen it, particularly in the last few weeks, us opening up older stuff from the one car was, what was it, 1996 or something, or 94? It was crazy. It was the oldest, one of the oldest ones we did. And it didn't even have any dust inside the box. Like sometimes dust, despite it being sealed, dust will get in the box. This guy had everything so tight that no dust was in the box. Like it was like a time capsule. You know what I mean? And that's people that are protecting their stuff. Because even if you move house to house, like if you have to move one day, whatever, this is stuff you want to move around as little as possible. You know what I'm saying, guys? And thank you guys. We got 19 people here. Everybody smash like. Oh, you know what, guys? Everybody smash like for me. Got 20 people here, actually. We got 11 likes. Oh, we got 12 likes. Thank you, guys. The likes are going up. Everyone smash like. Oh, what? I missed something here. Who got General Lee from Cooters? Was it Boston Ranger? Oh, you got it. You know what I like about that one, the Boston Ranger? I love that they put the flags from season 1 near the back antenna, that you have the option to do. I love that. I've even considered ordering decals for mine, but I don't want to do that because, Auto World, it didn't have it. You know what I mean? And then I try to sell it, and even though it looks better, the next person that buys it's like, I'll give you $50 because you put those flags on it. But I think that is a nice runner-up for the silver screen, because it's quality. It's actually authentic casting that they used. And I think the box is even nice for those. I think it looks cool because it says Cooter's Place on the box. It's kind of like an exclusive. That's awesome. I would love to see one of those up close one day and unbox it. Okay, Boston Ranger. Have a good night, buddy. Thank you for coming in. Okay. Anyway, I'm watching Rugrats Go Wild. Oh, Angelica, she takes care of them. Rugrats Go Wild. Yeah, that's Eddie Sawyer's. Yes, it's the Cooter's Place, 1 of 18 scale. Generally had. Oh wow, extra decals of what? The flag for the back thing? If you got extra one of that, I would love that. Glenn, have you seen those heavy hitter Mopars? Oh yes, Sean. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, there's a guy that posted. There's a guy that posted GMP. You know, I'm always saying about the Roadrunners and GTXs, guys. If you guys are in Canada and anybody's after any of those, you should check out the Canadian 118 collectors group. There's a guy that posted a bunch of them. He's got the one called the Blackbird. It's basically like Glenn's green one, but it's black, and it looks amazing. He's got the blue one that we just did, but it's different than Glenn's. Glenn's doesn't say Plymouth on the side, and there was something else. Oh, and there was writing on the hood of the blue one. Glenn's doesn't have that. So there's even the blue one is a little bit different than the one Glenn has. And another thing I wanted to bring up, if anybody is in the Canadian 1 of 18 scale diecast group, they are having a big draw with a lot of awesome prizes coming up at the beginning of June for Colin's family. The guy that invented that group, and basically, if it wasn't for that group, I might not be sitting here. So they're raffling a lot of cars to help his family, and it's not garbage cars. There's good cars in there. Like I was showing Glenn a couple, I'm like, oh, check that out. I'm going to be buying tickets on payday myself. Obviously, I can't do it now because I just bought, you know what I mean? But I'm going to be buying tickets myself on payday. I believe it's $10 a ticket, something like that. Yeah, so if anybody wants to get in on that, and it's for a good cause, it helps his family out as well. Colin's family, who was the founder of my favorite 1 of 18 scale diecast group. So, yeah. And like I said, the Roadrunners and GTXs, anybody into those, there is a monster sales post in there right now. Thank you for reminding me of that, Sean, because that guy's got some rare stuff in that post. What brand is the orange Supra? That is Racing Champions, my friend. Yeah, that is the one to get for the Supra. Get the Racing Champions one. You won't be disappointed. The Jada one lights up and all that stuff. The Racing Champions is way better, though. Trust me. I did a video on it comparing them, actually. If you go into my videos, you could see me unbox this. And I unboxed the Charger in one. But then one video, I compare this with the Jada one. So you can see which one's better. Please email me, let me know. I will for sure. Yeah, I will for sure, the Boston Ranger. I'm transferring. Actually, I have access to my Hotmail right now. Okay, one sec. I'm going to email you right now. That way I don't forget. Make sure I've got your. There you are. Okay, I just emailed you the Boston Ranger. Now we can let you go to work because we don't want to get you in trouble with your job. Okay, I'm back in here. Racing Champions didn't do. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna see anybody that does that Jetta in 1 of 18 because I would love it. That's one of my favorite cars from the movie was the Jetta, actually. It's one of my top 4 cars, probably. Just need another couple occupations to get all the cars. Yeah, no kidding, me too. What do you think of the cars from GMP Pork Chops cars? You know what, Luigi? I think that they're okay, and I think that the quality is good. But something about the look of them, they're just not for me. I don't know what it is. I think I've seen 1 or 2 of them that I thought were okay, decent to me. Don't get me wrong, if I found one for a reasonable price, like I definitely don't hate them. But it's just not something that screams out at me that I want to own them. You know what I mean? But if I found it for the right price because it's GMP and they make kick ass stuff, I would grab it for sure. And they do. I'm trying to think of all the ones they make. I think I've seen a truck by Pork Chops that was pretty cool. Some cars. I can't say that about the whole line of the Pork Chops stuff. You know what? I'm going to look into the whole line of them. And next Saturday, on top of the rarest 1 of 18, I'm going to have an answer about that because I don't want to tell you I don't like all of them and forgot that there's one I love. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh, you got the email. Awesome, Boston Ranger. I'd love to own Brian's Eclipse, PA's van, or Dom's Charger, even the High Civic. You will one day. Dom's Charger, I got mine in the box for $125. You could still see that for pretty cheap around, actually. Luckily. And I need the green Eclipse as well. That's one on the list big time. I even need Dom's RX-7 still. I need most of them. Have a good shift, Boston Ranger. Yeah, that's right, buddy. Panther pink. Oh, wow. Ted, I have not found any Jada pink slips in one of 18 because I think they're USA Target exclusive. I tell you, that RWB Porsche is beautiful. I would definitely, if they had them here, I would have grabbed one in a heartbeat, that Porsche. And what was that other one they did? It was a Hellcat, I believe, right? It was a Mopar, I believe, but they did, I think, a Hellcat that looked amazing as well. The Porsche was really nice. And I believe the other one was a Hellcat too. I like those though. They just didn't come to Canada. Apparently, they were exclusive, I believe, to Target in the US. Yeah, Hemi Nate's on the ball. He knows that we don't get it. You have them all. There you go, buddy. Yeah, those, like I said, especially I fell in love with the Porsche and the Challenger. I thought that they knocked it out of the park. I love that they're exclusives as well. I love that if you got them, you were able to get them without paying an arm and a leg. And I believe that those are going to appreciate nicely, especially the Porsche, because this guy that's traveling around, the RWB guy, he's kind of blowing up a little bit himself. Mind you, his autograph might not be worth, tons and tons because he's signing so much stuff, but I wouldn't care. Next time he comes to the area, I'm going to take my Darth Vader, my Salito Darth Vader RWB, get it signed in silver Sharpie. But yeah, he's really putting that name out there, and I think his stuff is going to be going up. Appreciating nicely that RWB stuff. All the younger collectors love it, and me, even being an old guy, I like some of his stuff. He doesn't tune the Porsches, but he puts the body kits on them, stuff like that. I enjoy watching him on YouTube videos, I'll tell you that. Oh, there was a Lambo too. I did not realize that. Check my email. I will read now. The best knowledgeable for Diecast. IKC. Oh, thank you. The best knowledgeable for diecast vehicles on YouTube, hands down. Thanks for sharing your experience and education. Cheers. Thank you, my friend. It's people like you guys that are with me tonight that makes me keep coming back. Okay. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I started this stream tonight, because I'm weaning off of the steroid to start with that miracle drug that I finally got approved for, that's going to hopefully save my life. So I'm feeling a little bit funny. So when I started this stream tonight, I said to Glenn, I'm going to have to see if I can make it the full hour. If not, I'll just go half hour. They'll understand, right? And it's already been an hour because I have so much enjoyment interacting with you guys that for me, it just goes like this. And the whole time I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I'm thinking, I hope they're enjoying it and I'm not just sitting here boring them, right? So that tells me that you guys do enjoy it, and that's what keeps my butt here every Saturday. So thank you so much for that. Okay, checking my inbox. Hey, I got the Boston Rangers. Wow. If you have that for, I would, yeah. I would make, you know what I would make with that? He's gone. The Boston Rangers already gone probably, but I think when he bought his Cooters car, they gave him an extra decal sheet altogether, or maybe he got it by mistake. Two of them got in the box. I don't know if they gave two by mistake or what. Maybe they did give an extra one. I'm a pro with decals. If you guys know, I use the Microsol and Microset, those two solvents that weren't out when I was a kid, and they work amazing for decals. I can make them look painted on. You could probably see my new screen a little bit better. Maybe not. Screen's not cracked. Oh, there you go. Look, you can see my screen now, guys, because it's not all cracked. But he's got the full decal kit he's going to send me Take a wild guess what I'm going to do with that, guys. Take a wild guess. Oh, you know what? I'll give you a reminder. If Boston Ranger hooks us up with this, I'll show you what we're going to do with that. You guys might have forgotten. I'm either going to, well, not either. I think we would use them on this right here. Because remember, we got the Solido one upstairs, and I said the Solido one's nice and stuff like that, but it's got a sunroof where you're supposed to put the flag. Like, it came with all the decals, the flag to put on the roof, but it's got a sunroof, and the flag is not the right size for the roof on that car. This one here, Highway 61, guys, the details blow away the Solido. I'm not knocking Solido. I love Solido. Glenn gave me this for super, super cheap, okay? So I said, I think what I'm going to do, and G has already looked at it, he's going to try to get color-matched paint from work for the General Lee as close as he can get it. And G's going to spray it orange for me. And I think that might be, we'll use his decals on this. Or another option is we would get an orange Maisto, like Glenn probably has 4 of them, with the black stripe around the back. And we remove the black stripe. We get the 3D printed wheels that I showed you guys that are for sale on Etsy in that video. And we do our own Maisto General Lee, a good one with proper wheels. It's funny because somebody was selling a Maisto General Lee with the black stripe still on it for $125 on Marketplace. And guys, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut the live stream off. I got to hit the washroom very quick. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec, I will be right back, guys. I don't want to say goodbye to them yet.
No.
I apologize, guys. I was sitting here trying to hold it off for like 15 minutes now. And then I looked at the time. I said, oh, I got a couple more minutes. Then I was like, I really got to go right now or I'm going to pee on this chair. So I had to go there. I apologize. But like I said, if Boston Ranger is going to hook us up with those decals, guys, that will get the ball rolling either on this guy here or an orange Maisto that, like I said before I ran off, there's one on Marketplace local in Hamilton for $125, but it's got the black stripes still on the car, and it's still got the Maisto wheels on the car. Yeah, at least when we did the blue Christine Charger, we know how to take that black stripe off, and it doesn't leave a mark. You use acetone-free nail polish remover, rather. Okay, guys, I think what I'm going to do is get some shut-eye. I've had a pretty busy week. I had an anxious week. It was good anxiety, but I had an anxious week. Friday, you guys know what happened. I got called and told that I got approved for that drug that's $43,000 a year because my insurance wouldn't cover it because they already paid $40,000 for all these other stuff. $43,000 a year for something to keep me alive. But thank God that some compassion club, whatever, is covering it. And I got the news that my brother who won the lotto, he had his meeting with the lotto where they have to check out. They got to make sure you don't work for the lottery and all that other stuff. They got to make sure he didn't print his own ticket or something like that, right? But everything's all good. And he picks up his prize this week. So I'm shopping for a car as early as this week, guys. So that there's been a couple sleepless nights for me because of that. I'm not going to lie. Like, this is... it's a car that's way newer than I thought my next car was going to be. I'll just put it that way, and I'm very excited about it. Um, you don't know how long I wanted to put my logo on my car. Like, I want to put the logo on the back window of my car because my car has got like limo tint on it, like the really dark tint on my Mazda right now. And my logo would be awesome on the back window, but I'm not gonna fly my logo. Sorry, Silver Bullet, but I'm not gonna fly my logo when she's looking the way she is. You know what I mean? So a new car, I'm gonna be having the windows tinted out dark, like they're on my Mazda, but not so dark the cops are gonna bust me. And then you're gonna see my logo on the back window. And I'm really looking forward to that. So anyway, guys, I think that we should wrap it up for the evening. I'll let you guys go enjoy your evening. I gotta have a snack myself, and then I think what I might do is watch some other YouTubers, watch some body cam videos, some police interrogations, and watch some other YouTubers unbox cars and stuff like that. By the way, I'm going to be checking. I don't think Chico has uploaded for a while. If anybody has heard anything from Chico, let me know. Chico's military cars, planes. He's got a really long name, but I really enjoy his channel. Hope Chico is all right. If anybody's heard from him, tell him I said hello, and I'm going to try to check in on him myself. Anyway, guys, thank you all for coming. 20 people right now, maxing out as I'm saying goodbye. That is crazy. And we have 18 likes. That is awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming. You guys are always awesome in here. Nobody's ever mean to one another. It's always a good community. And that's why we have more people speaking up in the comments, because nobody's dickheads in here. And we could have fun and enjoy it. So thank you all for that. And don't forget, when we hit 2,000 subscribers, Retro is going to pull the trigger on another giveaway, and it's going to be a good one. I just have to figure out what. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming tonight. And do me a favor. Most of you have already done it, but if you haven't done it, smash the like on the way out and subscribe to me if you haven't. You know it's good content. And as always, guys, the most important thing, stay safe, happy hunting, and shop around. Oh, before I let you go, one thing. My Chrome Chase Christine car, the one I got for $80, I seen one for $380 on Kijiji this week. Exact same car, 300 more. Shop around. That's where that came in. Anyway, guys, thanks so much and happy hunting. Take care, guys.